Welcome to the Love Laura podcast. Join us for all things fashion, fun, girls chats, and all the behind the scenes. This is what you will not see on socials. This is getting right behind the brand. Hey girlies.
Hello, welcome back.
Calvin has just reminded me that we are on double digits of our podcast. We're on episode 10, and what better episode to introduce our Duracell Bunny pocket rocket that is Charlene.
Our very own wee psycho Sid.
If you follow us on socials, which I know so many of you do, you will know Charlene. So Charlene joins us every week in our social content, and she's one of our beautiful models. But what you don't know about Charlene is she is an integral part of Walk-in Wardrobe in terms of the management and in terms of the structure that she brings to this business. She organizes like everything. Please don't poach her, nobody come near her, but she
you'd send her back.
takes organization to military precision is how I would describe you.
That has been said about me quite a few times, actually.
Don't go to the army, don't leave me.
Charlene, honestly, you are my dream though, as much as I joke and I'm like, no, don't tell Charlene I'm doing this, but actually it is a joy to see you work at something, because you look at it and it's destruction, and then an hour later it's like, whoa, this is so organised and perfect.
Well, I always laugh because here in the Walk-in Wardrobe I must have 10
the hardest job of your life.
No, everyone calls me by a different name, so it's all these different nicknames, and I said I've never had as many nicknames in my life, honestly. In school, my previous job, one teacher used to call me Amazon Prime, and he said it was because you got it there and then. You just asked you to do something and you just done it.
I'm taking that. Yeah. That's great.
So
that's
Amazon Prime. Yeah. So when I've came here, I've got quite a few.
Wait till I tell Dave that one, he's going to love it.
Yeah. So I love all of them, actually. Some of them are funny and some of them are like, oh my, like Psycho Sid. Sometimes
that was whenever I'd come back from a week's holiday, and I come back in and I was saying something about the studio, and I can't remember if it was Ruth or Dave or someone said, ask Sid, and I was like, Sid? I was like, have I left for a week and we have another new employee? Because that has been known to happen, so I didn't find it that strange. And then a couple of times I'd heard Sid, and then I was like, okay, elephant in the room, who is Sid? And they're like, Psycho Sid, Charlene. And I was like, what?
I know, that was one day, Laura, you were away, Holly was away, and I was in the studio then and kind of had to take charge of everything, and I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do all of this in one day? And it was plan what everyone was wearing, plan what we were doing, and everyone just looks at you. So I was in your shoes, like, what will I wear right now? What will I put on? What will I? So,
but you're trying to change yourself, but you're also thinking,
what's everyone else doing? And then Kathy opens the door and goes, can I take Gershlim and go for a smoke? And I said, no, absolutely not. No one is having a smoke. No one is having a break. We're not doing anything today. Nothing until we get this done. So, and an hour later we were finished, and they were like, oh, Psycho Sydney, is that you? You've changed your mind now. You can have a wee rest. So yeah, I do panic until everything is done, and then I'm like, there we go. But
you know what? You don't even give off that sense of panic, I have to say. Like, you can't see that you're stressing out. You just know that you want it done a certain way.
I just avoid eye contact with her and just let her at it. Okay, Charlene.
Yeah, do you know why? I can tell the truth. Laura's like,
I'm scared of her.
I think we should do this, but I'm not going to be the one to tell Charlene, because she already has it set
in
this
a great
way.
And I'm like, no, Charlene will tell me no. So.
Even in the shop when we had the sale on Saturday, and then Sunday we were transforming the
you're
shop back
literally a psychopath on Sunday, can I just say, in the best possible way. Everybody was like, what's 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. Yeah. And Laura just kept going, Charlene, where do you want me to put this, and where will I put that? And I was like, this is Laura's shop, and she's asking me, how do I fold the top? I was like, you know how to fold the top, just fold the top.
Well, actually, but no, I don't, because I will fold this, and she'll say, hey, folded that top, look at the state of it.
Not the right way.
I want to throw this back though, because I think that actually comes from, I always talk about your top shop background, because we can talk, that's where you used to work, and I feel like when you have that in you, you can spot that person a mile off.
Yeah. Right, go back then, let's bring this back. How did you get to Walk-in Wardrobe? Where did you start your career? What did it look like? Because I'm always that nosy person that wants to know if I've listened to a podcast. Like, how did you get into all of this? And
when I came out of school, I went straight into work. Was always that person that wanted to have money, like had a wee job in a wee local chip shop from I was 13. And once you get out,
13's a lucky
We've all
number.
been 13.
We've all been 13.
Really? Oh wow.
Me,
but
you,
I think
Laura, Ursula.
Once you get
Kathy was 11.
a little that girl's been working from one.
She came out of the womb working.
Yeah. But once you get your first little wage and it's your own money and you can spend it on whatever you like, then it just makes you want to have more and more. So I think after fifth year and doing GCSEs, I just wanted straight out into the world of work and I wanted money. So I went on to do my MVQ in retail management and worked in a few little boutiques in town, and then moved, well, I'm saying town, which was Lisburn, where I'm from, and then was poached by a guy who owned a shop in Belfast and went there and worked for him for a long time.
No one else poached, thank you.
And then I went to Arcadia. So Arcadia was always known for Topshop, Dorothy Perkins, all of those kind of shops.
Miss Selfridge.
Miss Selfridge, Burton's. So lots, Philip Green, there was lots and lots of stores within his business. And
did Philip know you personally, by the way? Because I feel like he should.
No, I wish he had have, and I wish I'd had a wee go on his yacht, but unfortunately not. But I bounced through a lot of those stores. So whenever they always advertised on within the company to say, you know, this store needs a supervisor, and then you'd went there and done that, and then this store needs another tier up. So brilliant. I was just going up and just kept climbing the ladder in every part, and it didn't matter what store, whether it was Dorothy Perkins or Topshop or Burton's or whatever. I was just like, I'm going up another step, get me up there, get me up there. So but it was always very structured, and all of the shops worked the same way. So it was very good, and all the employees knew how to do the same kind of things. So everybody, the structure was great.
I think hence you come to this business with a mindset of structure. Everybody is like treat everybody like they know nothing, and how do we get everybody to the same level in terms of everything that we do.
Exactly. And you know, it didn't matter if you had someone phone in sick that morning, you were like, well, I can do that, or such and such can do that. We can all do the same thing. Yeah, even though you had different roles, you were trained in all of the things within your store. And after my Arcadia, one of the stores I worked in, it was closing down, we were being made redundant, but from that store, but you could go to another store. So I had been working then in Forestside, and Forestside was such a handy wee number for me because I worked 10 to 2. I was able to leave my kids to school, go to work, leave work and go and pick them up. They didn't even know I was at school. So I was doing that Monday to Friday and had the weekends off, and it was great. But the store was closing, and we were all offered jobs then within Belfast city centre again, and I thought, I don't want to get the bus again. I wouldn't get my hours 10 to 2. So I decided to totally take a different career change, and I went into Lisburn Tech one day and just stood and looked at the board and thought, right, I'm going to do a night course and I'm going to totally change it.
No way, Charlene.
Yeah,
I did not know this.
Yeah, and that's when on the board, classroom assistant, and I thought, do you know what? I might just try this.
I never knew that.
Yeah, Hannah was
That's how you get into being a classroom assistant.
Hannah was in P2 and Taylor was in P5. So you went there on a Thursday. You had a placement in tech on a Thursday night from 5 to 9, but you also had to have a place that you worked then for 4 hours. You had to do a placement. Yeah. So I went into their school the next day, and their principal, lovely man, Mr. Greer, I went up into his office and I just said, I've signed up to a week course and I was wanting to know, could I come here for 4 hours every week? And he was like, of course you can, no problem at all. See you next Thursday. So that was it. And it was for a full year. And after the year, then it was the June, I had to then start applying for jobs. So the website then, the Education Board, I was going on and applying for different jobs, and a wee school came up and I applied for it. And I said to my mum, I've applied for a job in this wee school in Blythe Street. So it was a wee tiny school in Sandy Row in Belfast. Right. And my mummy was like, oh, Charlene, that was your daddy's primary school. That's where he went. And she said, I bet you get that job. You'll get that job. And I was like, oh my goodness. So really panicking. Yeah, because I thought, maybe it's just been sent to me, and that's.
I don't think I've cried in a podcast yet.
But I thought maybe that's a wee sign. Yeah. So then the next day, standing in the playground in the school I was doing my placement in, and Mr. Greer came across the playground and he said, I just had a wee phone call there from the principal of Blythe Street. And I said, oh yes, I applied for that job yesterday. And he said, you don't need to apply for a job. I'm giving you a job. So I was like, okay. So I didn't even need to go to Blythe Street.
But they would have taken you.
Yeah, well, you never know. But I stayed in Harmony Hill then, and I started in the September then as a full-time employee and took a little girl from P1 right through to P7, and it was absolutely fabulous.
So you were just with one student?
One child, yes. So she was a wee child with special needs, so I helped her for the 7 years. And when she left and went on to big school, and funny, I was chatting to her on Thursday because she's just done her GCSE. So it was 5 years ago, I know. And after that, I'd done a few other wee jobs. I became a general, so where you just stay within a year group and you just do little jobs within that and work with other different children. But the 7 years with that particular child and that particular class, so it was a class of 30. So all of those wee children become
Probably
your
know
children.
them so well
Honestly,
now.
yes, and it's so proud of them all, even now doing their GCSEs and all. It was a lovely job, a really lovely job. And after that, Kathy, one Halloween, it was actually
Wait, can we explain how you and Kathy know each other?
Yeah, so Kathy is my sister-in-law.
Yeah,
So
random.
Yeah, so so Halloween.
And by the way, Kathy always spoke about you.
Yeah.
But she was like, I don't want to take her in because she's such a good friend. I
Yeah.
think you're mixing and all. And I was like, no, we all agree. Like, don't do it type
Yeah.
thing. And then she kept saying, I'm telling you now.
I
This
know.
is
Kathy
what.
always done it through gritted teeth because she was
Like-
always like, I really know that she would do a great job, but that was always her thing, being like,
Yeah.
look, we haul day together, we socialise together,
Yeah.
and I'm really fond of her, so I don't want this to go south.
It's
Which
just
I totally
mixing,
understand.
Yeah, it's mixing the two as well. But it came up to the Halloween and that you were moving into the warehouse, and Kathy, I was off for the week, and Kathy said, do you want to help while we're moving? And I said, yeah, no problem. So came up for a few days and thought, oh my goodness, this place is crazy because there was so many clothes. I'd never seen the amount of clothes in my life, and everybody was so lovely, and it was just like let's put that there, put this here, do this, and it was nuts, but it was so lovely. And then after that, Ursula was like to Kathy, would Charlie not like a wee Saturday job? No, I'd need somebody on a Saturday.
You did work Saturdays, didn't you?
So
Yeah.
just done Saturdays. I think it was nearly a full year.
Yeah.
And just on Saturdays, and loved the Saturdays. And I was doing the 5 days in school and then a Saturday here. And it didn't feel like I worked 6 days a week because it was two different,
A good relief.
completely different places.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here I was just bringing me back my wee buzz from my days in retail, and just thought, I actually love it. It was brilliant. And then they begged me, please just come here, come to the shop, be the assistant manager, come full time. So we did that, and it's been the whirlwind of it's actually 2 years now that I have been here. Yeah. So between Saturdays till assistant manager in the store and now becoming stock manager here in the warehouse, it's just been a whole woo. But
Yeah.
totally amazing, and every single day is different, and I think that's what I love about it most.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But we always say, like, in here, even on Sunday, I saw Kathy, she was like, is she tidying up? Don't let her touch my Coke. Don't let her touch my Coke.
Oh, you
so
can't leave
if you
anything
stand
sitting.
still for 3 seconds in
Shane will
here,
tidy
you're
you.
either going to the dump or you're going in a cage or you're going home because you shouldn't be.
Ashley always tells the best one of that. We were really busy one day and we had to phone up here and say, please send us help down, we need help. So Ashley arrived down looking as gorgeous as she does, hung up her coat in the cloakroom, which is like a little stock room for us too, and she was serving away, we were all serving, and then at the end of the day she was like, guys, where's my coat? And we were like, what coat did you have on? We don't know what you're talking about. And she said, the long line coat that was just out there in the beige colour. And I said, oh no, I think I might have sold it. And she was like, Charlene, I only got that, I'm gonna kill you. So I sold her coat, and I've done it many a time in the customers too. I've in the fitting room, and then they've came out for a little dander, and I've tidied the fitting room and hung their clothes and everything up and put them away. It's just, I don't know why I do it.
But you know what? I actually think fair play. I think it's a really good thing.
I
as
wish
much as
I was
joke.
more Charlene, honestly.
I actually will say that my mum now is a very organised person. She is a very clean and tidy person. It's definitely who I get a lot of it from. But even you have given me motivation, like, because we've touched on it before, days in here, especially studio days, are so brilliant, but they're so intense.
Yeah.
That you go home and you feel like, I just can't even be arsed to do anything. I need a minute to myself. And sometimes I find myself thinking,
Where'd
what would
Charlene sit on the
do
sofa?
this? What would Charlene be doing right now? She'd be out for a walk with Frankie, and then she would be doing her washing, and then she'd be doing this. And it's actually good. How many times did I come in and be like, Charlene, what do you hear it on?
I know, and you were so proud. I was cleaning my skirting boards and I was thinking of you.
Let's actually do some listeners' questions. That actually was a listener's question. Was Aldia Calvin, I'm happy. It was like, talk to us about your daily routine. So go, you tell us.
Probably if you wanted to like assassinate me, it would be very easy because I stick to the same routine. Like the alarm goes off at 6 and you're up, shower, downstairs. I make all the packed lunches, so it's like a little sandwich shop in the mornings. Everyone gets their lunch to go to work.
You've 2 kids, Hannah, who also works here.
Yeah,
and
Hannah
Taylor.
works here. So Hannah's going to be 21 in January and Taylor is going to be 23 in December. So, but Taylor and my husband Jeff are both roofers, so they get their packed lunch and off they go to work.
Lucky boys.
Yeah, and me and Hannah then lunches for us as well. So, and then I go back up the stairs, get ready, and then Hannah and I leave to come to work. So we're here every day at 8:30, do what we do in work, and then we're home, leave here at 4:30, and we're home for about 5. So it's straight into dinner, because on the way down the carriageway, I'm starting to go green. I turn into the Incredible Hulk, because I am always hungry. My friends laugh and say, feed her every hour on the hour, or she turns nasty. And I really get so hungry. It's unbelievable. Hannah and I don't even talk to each other on the way home. We're just hitting 70 down the carriageway to get into the house. And I have a routine where Taylor gets home before us, so everything's on the hob, and he turns all the little knobs and turns it on, so it's nearly ready for to get
That's
when we
good.
get in.
And then in the morning you get your washing all out first.
Yeah, the washing's hung out, everything. Dinner's done, dishes are done, and then it's me and Frankie time, and I get the lead on, and off we go. And that,
Frankie's the dog, not
Jeff.
husband.
not the husband. No. Poor Jeff's probably still at work half the time.
He's probably died to the sink doing the dishes.
The dishes done, honestly. And away I go. And I love that. That's probably my favourite hour of the day, because no one is talking. No one says Charlene.
Do you listen to anything?
No one
Or
says
not
no.
really?
Well, I never used to. Never used to. And then your first podcast, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to listen. So I put one earpod in, keep the other ear clear just in case a bike comes up behind me or whatever, and off we go. So I've started listening to you. I've done all of yours,
And Caroline Digg.
I love Big Mama's as well.
Big Mama.
She's done a few. I love hers with Jay the barber.
Still haven't listened to that. You've told me I need to.
It is so good. Very, very touching. Holly, you will definitely cry, because you're a crier. You will cry at that one. And the other night I done Jerry Lav and Paddy McDonald, because we're friends with Paddy. So I was out with Frankie, and I said, if anyone sees me laughing at this, they're going to say, what?
Like, honestly, mind blowing that he's your friends. I lie in bed at night and I could roll around the bed laughing, and Jared is like, what are you laughing at? I was like, no, you have to hear this, man.
I think because he's so honest and he just says it as it is.
And he reminds me of my best friend's husband, Jared, and he's from West Belfast, and I can just honestly the similarities.
I know. Well, I've been listening to them, and I've loved them. Normally I don't, but that's what I've been doing now, so I'm totally addicted now.
And I was telling you, I tell everybody, but you really need to listen to Vogue and Joanne.
Yes,
because they are just.
Did you see Vogue's birthday at the weekend?
Can you cope with her?
Amazing.
She's out of this world.
Wow.
Incredible. But did you see they had
Samantha? What's her
Samantha
name?
Mumba?
Yeah.
And then they also had, was it Tim Hortons, or who did they have? No, Eddie Rockets they had there. I was
doing the food.
Yeah, it looked incredible.
She'll put you to shame in the
good.
party streets.
You're right.
Also, Charlene does all the balloon displays.
She's going to kill you for saying that.
I know, I
No, I
don't,
know.
Laura. People always come into the shop and say, your balloons are fab. Who does your balloons? Don't know. I haven't a clue. It's one thing that I have learnt now when I have came to the walk-in wardrobe: do not tell what your talents are. Because you will
But
be
even if
doing
it's
it.
not your talent, it will be by the end of the day.
Yeah, Kathy, I remember
Kathy and Charlene need to go into party planning.
Yeah.
Because if you want a party,
I think
That'll
if
be the
Kathy
two.
and I done that, there would only be one little thing you would have to do. We have to come to the party.
I was
as
going to
well.
say, you wouldn't leave the party. That could be the issue.
Me and Kathy combined, honestly, I thought I threw a good party until I met Kathy, and I thought, oh my goodness,
Got to up your game.
that I have to up my game big time. But Kathy and remember one of our events, and Kathy was like, Charlene will do balloons, she'll do the balloons. And I was like, oh my goodness, now they're all going to be looking at my balloons. And everybody,
They are incredible, by the way.
you know,
Because
Again.
whenever Kathy said, we can get Charlene to do it, I was like, okay, no problem. Thinking a few wee balloons. We obviously don't want anything too major. And then I come in and I was like,
Who
did
did
she
the
sleep
balloons?
here? It's like, Elf, whenever Santa comes.
oh yeah, that's
I
all
was like,
done.
I slept here. That's you. I was like, what?
They're not see when you have the wee machine going, and I learned all of that from my friend Ashley too, because she started a wee business and then asked me to help her out, and just kind of watched her do it, and then that was it. But I think the machine does all the work, all the blowing. Obviously you could do the blowing up of it, but putting them all together and it all
Even
just
that in
turns
itself,
out.
different sizes, different.
And you're so
Yeah.
quick as well. Like,
Yeah.
you look and there's 3 balloons and then there's 50,000 around an arch. And you're like, how did that happen?
Wow.
Charlene?
Peter always is
My
hanging-
dad,
yeah.
honestly, most, especially around the seal time, he'll come home and he is still to this day mind blown by your speed of operation. And he will say, like, I've never witnessed the like of it. Charlene was in full swing. She was in full swing. If I had to keep moving because I would have got whistled at.
And he always checks, is there anything else you want me to do, Charlene? And then he'll come over, and the likes of the events when
He's
the
like
balloons
me.
are going up, he's
What's like-
hanging around, and he'll go, how do you do this? Like, how do you just know how to do it? And I said, I don't know, Peter, I just know.
It is really funny.
Yeah.
But it's great though. It is great. And do you know what? As much as we joke about our wee psycho Sid and this, that and the other, would be lost without
Oh my
you.
word.
We would be
Exactly.
lost
Do
without
not
you.
come
And
near her.
No.
You ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
No, and I have to say, like, it is a real skill that you have, and the fact that you're passing this on now, and even the shop team as well. Have
Holly's taking over the balloons now. She's passing them
yeah. I'll
I
teach
promise
you,
you.
Holly. I will teach you.
balloon. No, thank you. I'll purposely burst them all so that I don't have to do it. Here's me trying to be nice and have a nice moment. I was going to say Charlene has actually got the shop girls into such a great routine as well.
Absolutely.
And they're all getting new skills within the shop.
They are indeed. They are. And they'll laugh and tell you, I've said, do you know how to do this? And they're like, no. Oh, I wouldn't know how to do that. And I'm like, okay, go home and watch a wee YouTube video tonight and then you will know. I'm not coming back down here for you to tell me you can't do it.
Or we had to do, somebody one day had to put a button or something on, didn't know how to do it, and Charlene was like, I'm going to tell you exactly what I told the other girls. Watch a YouTube video and so tomorrow. I was like, she's not joking. She's actually not joking.
I need to do the same then, obviously.
What you can learn off YouTube, honestly.
No, it's so true though.
Yeah, you've become very talented and it will make it so easy.
And it works. Right, Charlene, tell us, what is your favourite part about your job? Is there an area you love most?
I think, well, I definitely have a favourite day. Monday is my favourite day in the walk-in wardrobe because
Not shocking.
everything can change in the blink of an eye. And Mondays are
Less than a blink.
like chaotic, but it's so like, wow. And you know what's going to happen that week. You know what the plans are for the future. And it's just, yes, give me a Monday.
Get her done.
And you know, and you know for the week what is planned, what we're going to do and what's happening. I think every week something new comes along and it's just so exciting.
Yeah, and
So
I
think,
can vouch for that because I actually, last week I was off on Monday and I find it so hard to get back in. You're coming in on a Tuesday and I'm like, what did I miss yesterday?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And even last Monday as well, that same Monday, I found myself that night, I was like, oh God, I didn't even do any socials or anything today. But sometimes
You're
on
so in
Monday,
the zone.
I have to get in my zone,
Yeah.
you know, to get it all done. And as you say, we put our heads together, all come together on a Monday, review the week before.
Yeah.
And that's all as a management team, and that's with input from everybody.
Yeah.
And then we said, right, okay, plans for this week, and let's do this week.
And I tend to, Mondays would be the days Dave he prints off all the reports. So I analyse a lot of the reports and work really closely with Ursula in the shop. We've been able to, now this year, as my role with in stock manager, double figures in the shop and sell double the stock and, you know, and just working like that
I
together.
would say triple the footfall in the shop too.
Absolutely,
because
yep, absolutely. And it's just, like it's amazing, and it just shows you that when you put in that hard work, what comes back out of it again.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
and I don't think that has happened overnight. In fairness, Charlene, you've chipped away at that.
Yeah.
But like every single week we can just, and that's I think what drives you on as well.
Yeah.
Because when you see those figures and you see the shop doubling its figures, tripling its figures some
Yeah.
weeks, you're like, but there is a reason.
Oh, you'd be buzzing,
You know?
like you totally do. And even customers have seen a difference and all too, and they're coming in and, you know, they're just having a look around and thinking, I didn't think this would be in the shop. I thought it would be online only. And so we're just turning this wee nest of the shop that we have into this wee place.
Complete empire that you would never expect be
and,
able to
and
fulfill.
people want to come to it. We're planning a day out, we're coming to Banbridge, and it
Yeah.
is such a lovely wee town, like it really, really is. But that is the pinpoint on the map. They're not coming to Banbridge, they're coming to the walk-in wardrobe.
Yes, we love that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk about, because Charlene introduced the personal styling as well, which I think has been amazing.
I totally
for the
fell
store.
off the bandwagon.
We
just
always
with being so
had been
busy.
doing it, but we'd never
COVID and
yeah, we just never, like nobody was there to actually manage it because there was such a demand for personal styling, but we were never able to fulfill it. We never had a team there. You know, it was never like it needed to be a lot more slick, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So Charlene, in fairness, has managed that from start to finish in the store, and it is flying. We cannot keep up with appointments.
Yeah, and the customers, I think, just the one-to-one. Now, I think whenever you walk into our shop in the walk-in wardrobe, everybody gets the same attention. So I've said it before, I don't care if you have a Prada bag or a Primark bag, we're going to treat you the same. We're going to treat you the same. Yeah. And you know, you come in and you want help. A whole lot of people come in just because of the service. It is second to none. Ursula gives you a hug as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, we chatted.
And, you know, like the girls, you know each other, like you begin, what's your name? And then you just start, and by the time they've left, you know all of where they work, how many kids they have, where they're going on Saturday night. It's just a lovely experience, and that's not even to do with the personal styling. So I think people needed it just that wee bit extra. So with the personal styling, you're taken to your own fitting room, you get a little Prosecco or tea or coffee, and we've had a chat a few days before and we know exactly what you want. So we've had customers saying, my wardrobe is completely dated, or I've had a baby, or I've went from this size to this size and I don't know how to dress myself. And women hit a certain age where they think, I don't like my body, I don't like myself anymore, and we just have to find those confidence again and bring that all back out in you again.
And how to dress again.
Yeah, and how to dress. And because style changes so quickly too, and I think in the industry we're in, it's the perfect place to come. So you can book the appointment on our website. It's a 2-hour appointment with one of our stylists in store who give you that undivided attention
for 2 hours.
And and just tell you, this goes with this, or what do you say, I'll add these shoes. And customers are leaving and they feel $1 million.
And didn't you say as well, sorry Laura, that you have had some people coming in with Love Laura pieces that they have bought already but they're not sure how to style?
Yeah, absolutely. A lady had come in her Love Laura jeans that she had on, and she said, oh, I love these, so that's why I made the appointment, just to come back and see what other bits match. So we just styled her around the particular jeans that she had. And even if you have something in your wardrobe that's not from the walk-in wardrobe,
I was going to say, like, it doesn't have to be
bring it in and tell us, like, I've had this for 2 years, I haven't worn it yet, tell me how to wear it.
How do we do it?
Yeah, let me match it up. It doesn't have to be. And spend the time with us, and we'll show you how to buy one item and wear it 10 different ways. It's just all of those wee tips that just some people think, oh, I can't do this myself, give me a wee hand. And that's and the girls down there, it doesn't matter who your stylist is going to be. Yeah, all of them are amazing and they're so good at what they do. They're great.
I always think as well, I always say, like, what is the reason customers are coming to Banbridge? Like, we need to give them a reason, but I think the personal touches and that one-to-one, and it doesn't, as you say, you don't have to have a personal styling appointment. You're going to get that one-to-one. You're going to get, well, I hope you do, and so hopefully somebody will not prove me wrong, but that is so important to us, that we are able to take the time and chat to you, not just about your clothes, but just about you, and get to know you, because that is as much part of how you dress or what your style will look like. So I think that is so important.
I haven't been working in the shop apart from a little day here and there, but we've customers that come in and they're out for the day shopping with their husbands take away seat, and the wives are in and out and whatever, and that's grand, and the husbands will be leaving going, I wish there was a man's shop like this. They'll say the shop,
no, we're not doing men's wear, don't even or kids, but men's
but the husbands, they're so jealous, and they're like, the shop's lovely.
There is, I don't know about statement men's wear in Portadown.
Well, do you know what? Yes, they can go up there. I met Glenn on Friday. I met Glenn on Friday, and he pulled us out of a hole, let us lend some hangers for the sale, and it's actually a lovely shop. I went home that night and I said to Jeff, do you know what? My husband is the worst shopper ever, that we would be divorced if I had to go shopping with him, because he can't make up his mind. He hems and has, he goes back and forth. Oh, how many gift vouchers or credit notes he has in his wallet is unbelievable, because he buys things and then takes it back, right? Can't even talk about it. But on Friday that evening I said, Jeff, I found you a wee shop. So next time we're both off together, we're going to see Men's Wear, because it's a lovely shop.
I find it out through Laura and Jared as well, and Jared would always get kitted out for weddings in there, but they're actual just casual / dressy wear for men's. Now I actually got our wedding suits for our wedding there, because that is what they do too, and it was classic tuxes. It was amazing. But Russell was like, he's not into clothes, not into shopping. My husband, he was like, no way, but he went. And I have never been as glad, because Russell was like, yeah, I'll try it on. Like, I still want to feel nice. I want to feel dapper, but I'm not into trying loads on. And there's 2 Glens. Yes. There's the other Glen.
Oh.
And he was like, right, well, first of all, you need to get this haircut and also pull these trousers up. And do you think you're actually going to wear it like that? And it was the best thing he could have done, because Russell was like, I actually like them, their sound.
Yeah.
And then we got an outfit for day 2, and I was like, this is going to be a whole scene. Unreal.
You have to have men eating out of the hands. It reminds me of walking wardrobe from meals. But also, they give them whiskey, like. What's not to love?
Give them whiskey. They have
a whiskey bar.
You didn't offer me a whiskey.
You were driving back with the hangers. The last thing you needed was whiskey.
So the women have to drive, and the men, it's not even them we touches, I think, especially for men, but only for women as well. But that's what men especially are missing, is those. Because men don't have a clue, like.
No, they don't. They don't.
I know, even my brother, like, he'll phone me in a changing room in England, and I'm like, Matthew, honestly, just come home. But it's so hard for men. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know.
It is.
They
It
usually just buy
definitely
what they see in the mannequin, but Statement Menswear is great for that. Now they have loads of real quirky, unique pieces,
Yeah.
but they have some real classic pieces.
Yeah,
and
their
it's
stuff's
unreal, so I would highly
gorgeous.
recommend it
Yeah.
too. It's so
but
good.
there we go. All our lady customers, their husbands now can go there.
100%. Love that.
We
So
always
go
said
to
if we
Banbridge in
combined.
the morning and put it on in the
So
afternoon.
handy too.
Yeah.
Close to each
So
other, so
true.
they totally could.
Yeah.
Calvin, have we any other listeners' questions? Or maybe Holly, you want? Have you anything?
We'll go for a listener's question first, and then I'll jump.
We've chatted a lot, I suppose, about work, but someone's asked here, perfect day off.
Okay, perfect
We
day
done
off.
that
Clean the
before,
house.
actually, but
This
sure.
is yours, Charlene.
Actually,
I
no.
feel like I'm going to love this answer.
Yeah, it's not cleaning the house, because my perfect day off. So, and we chatted about this yesterday. Sinead said to me, "You're always watching programs," and I said, "No, I go through a wee phase where for months, I'll lie in the evenings on the sofa reading a book, and I cannot set it down. And then the next minute, someone will tell me about a show on TV, and then I get addicted to the shows on TV, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm jumping from BBC iPlayer to More 4 or whatever, and I love the fact that you can watch them one after the other. My ideal like Sunday off is when it's raining outside, because if the weather's good, I have to be outside then and doing something in the garden. So it's going to be raining, I'm going to be on the sofa, and I'm going to have a show on, and I'm going to watch, if there's 10 episodes, I'm watching 10 in a row.
Yeah,
and I love it. I remember years ago, Prison Break, and I could not stop watching it. And Hannah was in primary school, and she was upstairs. She came down and she was like, "Mum, are you going to feed us or what?" I just couldn't turn it off. I was like, okay. So I had to press pause, go and make the dinner, and then straight back in. I was addicted.
We would
to
be the
that.
same. We'd have quite a addictive personality that way, because Charlene, Laura and I are kind of the ones that would pass, and Ruth as well would pass the books between.
yeah.
But there's so many great ones. But if Charlene has watched a programme, I know I'm going to love it.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean? It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not so
You
sure I
gave
know
a
what's going
recommendation
on.
yesterday, and I wrote it down actually in my notes, is the Ice Cream Girls.
Oh, and I didn't, nobody even recommended that to me.
What's it on? I
It
meant
was
to ask.
ITVX. So I found it, just happened to be scrolling, found it and put it on, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is brilliant. And same, I think there's maybe 6 of them. So it was a 3 and a 3. I don't know, it was just like blasting 3, and the next night the 3 again. Kathy finished it last night, and she was
raving
was
about it yesterday.
brilliant.
Like, what is it, thrillery
So
style, or is it
I
what?
have another friend who'll always say to me, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to like that because you do." And you know, I don't like sci-fi and vampires and all of that. I just like people killing people.
I'm not watching it then.
Charlene, and it has to be real. I have to believe it. You know, even if it's not a true story, I have to believe that can happen.
Although, did you see that Blue Lights is coming back? The next season that we all loved.
Yeah.
I love
Did you
Blue
love it,
Lights,
Jen?
yes.
But it was like, remember the one Jamie Doran was in? And
Oh, the creepy one, yes. Was it like this? Oh, I'm not watching it.
oh,
No, wait, what was that? I don't think I've watched it.
is it The Fall?
The Fall. Do you
So-
think it was creepy?
Oh, so
It
creepy.
was, it was just the very fact that he was jogging around the city hall, then he just went into a house and killed a girl and took her tights off and kept them. And I was like,
right.
this actually could happen. So that scared me. Like that one
Yeah.
did, and really put me off Jamie Doran, where at the time everyone was thinking, "Ooh,
50
he's
Shades,
gorgeous."
yeah.
Yeah, 50 Shades. And I was like, no, that guy's going to rip you and take your tights off. So that was like, oh no, that was
Yeah.
really scary. So, but I do like real drama, but that one took it a little bit too far. But that's
There's
the kind of
a
stuff
good
I
few you have recommended to me that I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
This
What
is
do you call the
amazing.
one that I watched last year and I like got completely addicted to? You remember the Washington one? What's
Lincoln
the-
Lawyer?
No,
No,
it wasn't,
I loved it too. We have to get this and put it in the show notes, because this is the best show you'll ever watch,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh, it was
It's
a
about
lawyer.
the president
Scandal.
and his fixer.
It was Scandal. Was
Scandal.
It? Yes.
I didn't watch it.
I think it was because she was so gorgeous and her outfits and all
he's
were lovely.
and I just never wanted it to end.
I know, it was very good.
Scandal, that's my one.
It was very good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you had to recommend one show, what is it? Mine's Scandal.
Sons of Anarchy.
You loved
Over Prison Break for me.
Oh, yours is Prison Break, no?
Yeah, but it's so old now. Everyone's definitely watched it. Probably How to Get Away with Murder. It's
Right.
good.
Yeah, very
Have you
good.
watched it?
I don't think I've done it either.
No, it's very, and quite like Scandal as well. There's some actors and actresses in Scandal that are in How to Get Away with Murder.
Right, that's my next
and
one.
I loved it so much, and my husband actually thinks that I would be able to get away with murder
You
because
would.
of the amount of shows that I've watched. There would be
And your
no
swinging is so
evidence
good.
left.
Definitely no evidence left anyway.
You wouldn't be able to find me.
That was fun. Charlene, that was fun.
It was
Any other questions to wrap it up? Calvin, have we anything else?
We've one more here. It says,
one more.
Any tips for getting the most out of your wardrobe?
Oh, love this one. This is definitely a you one.
Well, and this is probably where the OCD kicks in as well. So I always find if you haven't worn it in the last year, get it in the charity bag. Honestly, get rid of it.
No, I disagree to a point because I feel like you're going to have your pieces that you're going to bring out year after year.
Maybe. Well, I suppose
Some
that depends.
pieces.
Spring, summer, autumn, winter. So have your wardrobe to a season. So change it. Don't keep everything squeezed into your wardrobe. Take out your autumn, winter.
Yeah.
Box it.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, that's important.
box it
You
up.
can't see. You
can't
forget.
see. Yeah, at one stage I was like 3 and 4 tops on a hanger, and you can't see what's underneath. It's crazy. So I would say definitely keep it seasonal. So have a spring, summer, then clear it out, put it away, and bring out your autumn, winter. But I know this is definitely, if you haven't worn it, get it in a bag. And I have a wee friend, Tony, and I always go to her with a bin bag, and she'll always go, "I love to see you coming," because she knows then. And my 2 sisters be raging because they're slightly larger than me and they can't wear my clothes, and Tony's like, "I love the fact that they're bigger and I get the stuff," you know. So definitely it would be to always clear it out and don't be a hoarder. Get it out. If in my house, if you don't go in the washing machine, you go in the bin. Simple.
With people too.
Husband and children included.
I think we'll leave it there. Top tip for the day. Go again one more time. Go if you don't.
In the washing machine or in the bin.
That's been brilliant. Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you.